Hi, Andrew White from BDO Private Wealth, joined here with Guy Taylor to provide a reflection on how we saw 2022 and maybe what may be in store 2023. Over the last month or so, clients I've been talking to, one of the main things we're all saying is how quick this year has gone. I think for some of us maybe it's because we're getting a bit older, but for others there's a lot that has happened through 2022. We're 3 years into COVID, and I think what I've observed is people have become more resilient, and if we look at the current COVID issues that Australia's facing, we're not locking down like we were. So hopefully 2023 will continue with some more normality and get back to what life was pre-COVID, whatever that might look like. But how did you see it, Guy?
Yeah, certainly from a investment point of view, markets have been volatile, but as you say, Andrew, it's really about getting back to some normality and seeing some of the celebrations and things that we're seeing with clients achieving things still throughout their personal lives, but also within the team. There's been some great milestones in terms of weddings and new children and things like that. So life goes on, which I think is a really important part to remember. And it's really about how you position what's a priority and how you work towards those goals.
Yeah, very true. From a financial point of view, I think the main talking point has been inflation and interest rates increasing through the year, which has created uncertainty in world markets, particularly around the June period. The view at the moment is that inflation, whilst it's high, may have peaked globally and will come off slightly, but will still be at high levels through 2023, higher than what central banks would like them to be. So I think there'll be impacts that homeowners with mortgages are starting to feel the impact of, but it'll probably be another 3 to 6 months until the economy really sees the impact of what the Reserve Bank increasing interest rates has done. So we're probably more still cautious looking into 2023, up to the middle of 2023, but maybe some improvement at the end of 2023. Guy?
I'd agree with that sentiment. Definitely. Interest rates have risen from the low settings of COVID of 0.1, currently sitting at 2.85, but likely to go at probably at least another 1% higher in the early part of 2023. That's sort of a lag effect that takes time to wash through households, and I think there will be a bit of a hangover that we see people coming back from the Christmas break, looking at the credit card statement, looking at what they spent on holidays, and maybe a bit more of a reality check in the first part of 2023. But from a market point of view, the share markets are liquid. They've been able to sort of price in what's happening with interest rates. And I think that's largely been priced in from where the interest rates are headed. What probably isn't priced in yet is what impact that has on businesses and the underlying earnings and profitability. 2023, we don't expect that there's going to be a massive turnaround in things quickly in the first part, but definitely in the first part of the year is probably the opportunity to be looking at your strategy and getting an investment lined up so you're then ready to take advantage of that sometime throughout 2023.
Yeah, it's a good point. One thing we've observed this year, many clients are holding high levels of cash with the uncertainty, not sure when to invest. If we look at the 12 months end of June 2023, cash was the only positive performing asset class globally. That's only happened once before in the last 80 years, and that was way back in 1949. So based on that, we don't believe cash is the best place to be holding long-term money as an investment strategy. So now would be a good time to start looking at what strategies maybe to implement going into the new year to benefit from the later part of 2023.
So as we come to a close for 2022, we are seeing a lot of people wanting to take a little bit of an extended break over the Christmas period. For those that can afford to travel, airline tickets are much more expensive than they have ever been. Even holiday bookings are through the roof. Here locally on the Sunshine Coast, it's more difficult to get a booking than ever. But it's really important that we do sort of celebrate the year and we have some downtime with friends and family, and hopefully come back in 2023 refreshed and ready for the new year. Wishing you all the very best, and stay safe. We'll see you next year.
Best wishes.